The year is 1191. The sun is punishing. The air reeks of blood and dust, and two of the most stubborn men in history are about to clash on the plains of Arsuf. I should know. I've judged knights, lords, and a few dragons in my day, but even I wasn't prepared for this royal ego match. Gather round, loyal viewers, for today, King Arthur passes judgment on the showdown you didn't know you needed. Richard the Lionheart versus Saladin. A clash so epic, it made the Crusades feel personal. Now, before we sharpen swords or tempers, a fair warning. This story is not for the faint of heart, or those allergic to irony. But if you enjoy tales of glory, grit, and glorious overcompensation, then do me the honor. Like this video, subscribe for more royal decrees, and leave a comment. Who do you think was the better warlord, the English lion or the Muslim eagle? Let us begin. The setting: Arsuf, a sleepy patch of land on the coast of what you'd call modern-day Israel. At the time, it was the beating heart of the Third Crusade. You see, Richard, brave Richard, had just captured Acre, a coastal fortress dripping with Christian ambition. But like any good tourist in the Holy Land, he wanted Jerusalem. And Saladino? Well, he already had Jerusalem, thank you very much, and had no intention of giving it up to some chainmail-wearing foreigner with delusions of divine entitlement. Richard moved south with his army, paranoid, slow, and sweaty. Saladin, meanwhile, stalked him from the woods like a wolf watching a fat, delicious parade of sheep. Every day his cavalry harassed Richard's column, pecking at the flanks, killing the horses, and ruining perfectly good banners. Now, a lesser king might have panicked. A lesser king might have thrown his men forward too soon. But Richard, being part madman, part strategist, waited until just the right moment. And then, oh, my dear viewers, he snapped. On September 7th, Saladin finally overplayed his hand. He launched a full cavalry charge at Richard's rear guard. A delicious moment for any medieval warmonger. The Knights Hospitaller, those grumpy monks with swords, had had enough. They charged. Not by Richard's order, mind you. Oh no, they did it on their own, which meant that Richard now had a choice. Either let them die in glorious disobedience, or commit the whole army to a battle he hadn't planned. Naturally, he chose chaos. And to his credit, it worked. The Christian army wheeled around with frightening precision. Infantry formed lines, crossbowmen rained bolts from behind, and Richard himself, golden, gleaming, absurdly dramatic, led the charge like a man auditioning for the role of medieval messiah. And what of Saladin? Well, here's the twist. He wasn't crushed, not quite. His forces withdrew in order, which is more than I can say for most armies I've seen after an English charge. He didn't lose the war, only the day. Jerusalem stayed out of Richard's reach like a prize he could never quite grasp. So who wins? Richard, the lion who roared too loud? Or Saladin, the eagle who refused to fall? As your humble monarch and part-time war critic, I say, they both won, and both lost. Richard proved he was a brilliant tactician, with the patience of a hungover squirrel. Saladin kept his kingdom, but had to swallow the sting of retreat. What makes Arsuf fascinating, and oh so human, is not just the clash of swords, but the clash of egos, ideals, and good old-fashioned hubris. Neither man truly achieved his goal, but both earned their place in legend, in poems, in textbooks, and now, in YouTube videos judged by a dead king. So, noble viewers, now the verdict lies with you. Was Richard the embodiment of chivalry or just a blood-soaked glory addict? Was Saladin a noble defender or a strategic opportunist? Tell me in the comments, for your opinion weighs more than gold in this digital realm. If this tale stirred your soul, or at least made you chuckle in disbelief, do me the courtesy of tapping that like button, subscribing to this most historic of channels, and returning for more trials, tales, and twisted truths from the annals of time. This has been King Arthur, your eternal narrator and reluctant referee. Until next battle, ride well and question everything.